Hi everybody and a warm greeting to all. So I am Anu Priyanka of grade 10A and today we are going to see the two topics, that is introduction and the next topic in the lesson, the rise of the nationalism in Europe. So we will see, I'll just show you just a painting. So this is a painting drawn by Franquin Choro, a French artist. So in this picture what can you observe? Yeah, that's all we are going to see. So that is he had drawn four visualizing painting and he called them as democratic and social republics. So all the people in a long train marching towards the Statue of Liberty. So the men here, the long train. So here all ages, people of all ages, from the elder to the youngest, and the people who are all low caste, high caste, they didn't say anything. All the social groups all coming and marching towards the Statue of Liberty. So this Statue of Liberty hands holds in one hand the torch of enlightenment, in the another hand that is the charter of right of the men, are identified by holding different flags, their uniform dress. So the leading procession was the way of the Statue of Liberty at the United States, that is US, Switzerland, which by the time were there already national states, France, identified by the revolutionary tricolors. So that is what how their tricolors we'll be seeing after this. So the people followed of the Germany bearing the black, red and golden flags all are coming back, and the properties used, the crowns in the monarchy, what and all we use, no, that crowns etc. are being just laid over a small thing. So in this he is just meaning that all are being from monarchy to democratic, that's what. So next we will see about the French Revolution and the idea of a nation. So next we will see the French Revolution and the idea of the nation. So the French Revolution in 1989 was the clear expression for the nationalism. So that is, they had a regional debate were discouraged and the French were made the common language. The formal royal standard was replaced with the new tricolor flags. The new hymns, odes, commercials of a French matrice brought people together. And like this many changes have been happened. So that's what we are going to see. So the first one is the new French flag has been arrived with tricolors. Then they transferred from, this is the main thing, they transferred from the monarchy to the democracy. Then the another one important thing is the idea of the la patrie and les citoyens embraced here. And the next one is new national anthem was were composed. Then oath were taken. Then the idea was nationalism were aborted. Then as they were speaking French, I already said it. So that is because as it is spoken and written in Paris. So as it is written in Paris, it is came to the French. They keep French as the common languages, and the estate generals were elected by the body of the active citizens, and they renamed them as the National Assembly. So by saying National Assembly, I want to add here another point, that do you all know what is National Assembly first? So National Assembly is the administrative system with uniform laws for all the citizens embraced the collective ideas. So these all were the changes that we have been having in the 1789. So the France was already full-fledged territorial state, although until 1789 it is abolished monarchy. So they were constitutional monarchy that we all know. In 1792 it was French Republic. So that is a body of French citizens became the new institution of the government. So I will be saying clearly, that is absolute monarchy is in the year of nearly 1790s. Okay, so then the constitutional monarchy is in 1791. Then republic in 1792. So this is some extra information. So the revolution changed in the way of the ruling everything. So next we will see about who has been ruling this. There was a revolutionary war. In 1790s. So the French armies moved to Holland and England, Switzerland and much of Italy in 1970s, and here the another one thing happened, that is here came Napoleon. So Napoleon declared himself as the emperor of the France in 1799, that is nearly in 18th century. So the sudden defeat of the government through illegal force by a small group and often a military one is the Napoleon's one. So he himself named him, and Napoleon was the chairman of the council who created uniform laws. So in March 21st 1804 the civil code 1804 has been passed. So then in 1807 this civil code 1804 is renamed as the Napoleon Code in 1807. So in this his motto when he made it was the abolished privilege based on birth, establish equality before the law, and secured the right to property. So this is what the Napoleon. So this actually really helped peasants, artisans and new businessmen, because the transport and communication system were being improved, so that they all just newfound freedom they was all having. And after that, it doesn't go to the hand in hand with the political freedom. He increased the taxation, then censorships, forced to join the armies to conquer the rest of Europe. All seems to be overweight, and the advantages of the administrative has been changed. So that's all. So thank you for hearing this for this long time and lending your ears. So thank you.